I am Miriam Casey and co-chair the Commission for Intercultural Ministries. The Commission strives to support the churches and people of the Diocese of Northern California to bring the message of God's love to our communities. That means fulfilling our baptismal promise to love our neighbors as ourselves. That means choosing love and showing love in our relationships, even with people who are different than us. That means being healers and justice bearers in our communities. Let's choose love together.
Hello, I am Joanne Williams, co-chair of the Commission for Intercultural Ministries and co-chair for the Diocesan Racial Justice Audit conducted in 2023 and 2024. Lynn Zender is also audit co-chair and has been an integral part of the planning process. At the 2021 Diocesan Convention, Resolution R3-2021, Racial Justice Audit, passed by an overwhelming majority vote at the convention. The work began with an internal audit of our diocesan leadership during the first year, followed by an internal audit of our deaneries and churches the second year. CIM, which facilitated the work for both years, partnered with the Mission Institute, or MI, the trusted official racial justice auditor of not only our diocese, but also of the National Episcopal Church, to do this work. During the first year of the audit of diocesan leadership, the Mission Institute, through surveys and interviews of diocesan leaders, uncovered 5 dominant patterns within our diocese that address the complexity of racism. After the first year audit, over a period of 6 months, a team of 7 people composed of lay and clergy persons carefully considered and discussed at length and in depth each of the 5 dominant patterns and MI's recommendations. The team provided actionable recommendations to the Board of Trustees. A core team from the Board of Trustees is forming to address the audit findings, recommendations, and action items. During the second year of the audit of deaneries and churches, built on the groundwork laid by the first year audit, the Mission Institute examined many different aspects of church life in each of the deaneries and provided an analysis for each of them. Work has begun to identify committee members to form teams in each of the deaneries to address their findings. You can find the full audit reports on the diocesan website, or feel free to contact me at norcalcim@gmail.com with any questions. These reports are not a final destination, but stepping stones on the journey toward becoming beloved community.
Hello, I'm Bob Wilson, Chair of Immigration Ministries. Do you like to greet and meet new people? Are you curious about the people and cultures in other countries? Do you seek rewarding experiences helping others? If so, Immigration Ministries is for you. Our volunteers welcome immigrant newcomers to their communities, orient them to the community, and assist them with their needs to enable them to begin a new life here. The skills you already possess from assisting people at your church and in the community are all that you need to get involved. Want to learn more about how you can join this vital ministry? Contact me here at our exhibit or email me at bob.wilson@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Greetings in Jesus' name. I'm Steve Preston, vestry member and former senior warden at Christ Church in Eureka, and a member of the Commission on the Environment and the Commission for Intercultural Ministries. I'm speaking with you as the convener of the Diocesan Rainbow Ministry, which started in the summer of 2022. Our mission is to celebrate and embrace the fabulous gender and sexual diversity of all God's people, fostering education, invitation, and connection throughout the diocese. under the sponsorship of the Diocese of Northern California's Commission for Intercultural Ministries, and in coordination with the Diocesan Missioner for Church Vitality. Our vision is 1. Celebrating the fabulous diversity in the Episcopal Diocese of Northern California. 2. Fostering the development of ministries of presence in the communities of two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, asexual, and questioning plus and allied people. 3. Calling forth visible two-spirit LGBTQIAQ plus communities where no community exists, with the goal of fully embracing our siblings by creating safe places to meet, learn, explore, celebrate, and grow together. And 4. Growing in conversation with each other and reflecting on the needs of two-spirit LGBTQIAQ plus Episcopalians in our diocese, acknowledging that there are two-spirit LGBTQIAQ plus members already here, and so inviting a conversation with and not about these parishioners. Our core values are celebrate, invite, embrace, educate, connect. We have a 6-member leadership team composed of both queer Episcopalians and Episcopal allies, both lay and clergy. The leadership team and the larger Rainbow Ministry each meet monthly on Zoom. We offer a monthly online two-spirit LGBTQIAQ plus Oasis support group on the 3rd Wednesday of the month from 7 to 8:30 p.m. We also provide safe zone training to equip our churches to be safe zones for two-spirit LGBTQIAQ plus people. For more information, email us at rainbowministriesednc@gmail.com. That's rainbowministriesednc@gmail.com. Or see our webpage on the diocesan website under Ministries, Committees, or Commissions, Commission for Intercultural Ministries, Rainbow Ministry. Thank you.
Hello, I am Joanne Williams from St. John's, Roseville, and a member of the Diocesan Tule Lake Planning Committee. The other members on the committee are the Very Reverend Cliff Hagenjos, Rector of St. John's, Roseville, and the Reverend Ernie Lewis, MD, Associate Priest, and Carol Hom, both from St. Martin's Davis. Tule Lake Japanese concentration camp is located in the far northeastern corner of our diocese. In 1941, President Roosevelt signed Executive Order 9066 after Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, which authorized mass forced removal and incarceration without due process of Japanese Americans on the West Coast. Known at that time as the Tule Lake War Relocation Center, the center incarcerated 12,000 men, women, and children of Japanese descent. To learn more about this unjust and terrible tragedy, I highly recommend a series of articles written by Carol Hom about Tule Lake in the December 2024 through April 2025 issues of the Beloved Community Resource Newsletter, which can be found on the Commission for Intercultural Ministries webpage. In March, St. John's, Roseville held a fundraiser toward a future diocesan pilgrimage to Tule Lake concentration camp. In June, a webinar was held at Trinity Cathedral to raise awareness about Tule Lake, featuring several outstanding speakers. The Reverend Ernie Lewis, who grew up on a ranch in Fresno County, recounted a powerful story about witnessing, as a boy, the forced removal of his Japanese neighbors, which impacted him and his family. For full details about the webinar, please see the report titled Tule Lake, The Wounds of History Revisited by the Reverend Jim Richardson. His report can be found on the Diocesan CIM webpage. Almost 40 people attended the September 12th Tule Lake pilgrimage. A docent from the California Museum and National Park Rangers described the camp's history. Pilgrims saw the jail and remnants of latrines for men and women, as well as a reconstructed guard tower and barracks where Japanese families lived. The Reverend John Kitagawa, who is the chair of the Episcopal Church's Coalition for Racial Equity and Justice, joined the pilgrimage with memories of his father, the Reverend Daisuke Kitagawa, who was incarcerated and served the people under his pastoral care at the concentration camp. The Very Reverend Cliff Hagenjos led a service of lament that included the names of 332 people who died at Tule Lake. The Episcopal News Service wrote an article about the pilgrimage, which appeared in their September 15th online news. The visit reached the Reverend Canon Julie Wakely, Canon to the Ordinary, at a deep level, not only because she knew and cared for people who were incarcerated, but also because of the chilling parallels to our current day. The Reverend Aidan Rontani, rector of All Saints Reading, said, "It was good to be reminded of the terrible costs that result whenever we succumb to our prejudice and to our fear." Steve Sasaki, docent from the California Museum, was grateful to experience the day at Tule Lake with people who not only wanted to learn about the incarceration, but also had a heartfelt sadness and concern for what happened.
Over the past year, the Commission for Intercultural Ministries has established a working relationship with the state of California's Racial Equity Commission in our continuing effort to outreach to African American communities in our diocese. The Commission is a valuable resource for establishing connections with the community groups, as well as providing expertise and insights to our efforts.
Hello, my name is Miriam Casey, and I co-chair the Commission for Intercultural Ministries. The Commission for Intercultural Ministries supports 2 racial reconciliation courses, a one-day workshop called I Will With God's Help, Journey Toward Racial Healing and Justice, and Sacred Ground, an 11-session series that involves videos and group discussions. Both these courses invite us to learn about how racism creates harm for some in our communities, about the dream of communities without racism, about how we can grow in our capacity to be more loving, and how we can engage with our communities to address racism in our neighborhoods, whether it be in housing, employment, education, healthcare, or other ways that racism disadvantages some in our communities. For more information about these courses, contact me at edncbbc@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you.
Hello, I am Joanne Williams, co-chair of the Commission for Intercultural Ministries and editor of the Beloved Community Resource Newsletter. The newsletter will be 5 years old in December 2025, and it has been interesting to see it grow and evolve over the years. The articles we include in the newsletter align with the priorities of General Convention resolutions of the Episcopal Church, which include racial reconciliation, creation care, and gender justice. The purpose of the newsletter is to uphold the baptismal covenant as we curate articles that strive for justice and peace and respect the dignity of every human being through truth-telling. We currently have 640 plus subscribers to the newsletter, many of whom have completed Sacred Ground and or the Diocesan one-day racial reconciliation training workshop, I will, with God's help, journey toward racial healing and justice. The open rate for the newsletter is 70%, which is 36% above the industry average. Please see examples of the newsletter at the Commission for Intercultural Ministries table. If you have an article that you would like to submit, please contact me at norcalcim@gmail.com or at my email address at the end of the newsletter. We welcome and encourage articles written by local clergy and lay people in our diocese. Please stay safe, stay committed, and always know that you are beloved.
Hi, I'm Bob Wilson, chair of our advocacy team. As citizens, we have a right and a duty to participate in our government by voting and advocating for our point of view. As followers of Jesus, we are committed to living into our baptismal promise to strive for justice and peace. Advocacy engages our elected officials and is a key way we, as people of faith, make our voices heard. Our elected officials are grateful to hear our points of view as people of faith, and our work facilitates the enactment of laws and policies that reflect the values that we, as followers of Jesus, hold dear to our hearts. Want to learn more about advocacy and how you can participate in this vital and educational ministry? Contact me here at our exhibit or email me at bob.wilson@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.